Dorothy with Scrapbooking, back for the third project of Secret Garden. So here we go. This is going to be, this is also a continuation of my son and daughter-in-law's wedding. And the last page here, or the last project here, is going to be about the cake and the cake cutting. And so I've kind of picked out pictures for that. And I'm going to do some flip-flaps with this. So let me just set this page aside and just work on this page. So here's a picture of their cake. And I have all the pieces. Once again, all the pieces are cut and ready to go. So we've got this gorgeous paper. Just so absolutely beautiful. And I am using the periwinkle side, and then there's a piece of periwinkle. You know what? I am going to cut the center out because I would love to be able to use a big piece of this. So let me just show you. And I think what I'm going to do is the 1-inch border. Okay, so I am going to set my paper at 1 inch on the other side of the cutting thing. And I am going to start, you know what, I need to get this out of the way. I have the scoring blade on here. Actually, let me get my other cutter. Okay, I am going to tell you again how much, see, I was going to use my Fiskars, but I really love this Stampin' Up cutter. With all the cutters that I've used, I've gone through a number of them. So far, this is the one I like the most. So that's, 15 years of scrapbooking, and this is better than the other cutters that I've tried. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 inch on the other side of the cut line. And I'm going to come down, snap it into place, and I'm going to put the score blade over here, because I'm not going to use the score blade, I'm using the cutting blade. So let me lift up, and I am going to put the little line in line with the 1 inch, and I'm going to cut all the way down to 11. So the line on the inside here, don't want to mess, but there's, I don't know if you can see this there. So there's a line right here, and you want to line that up with the inch mark, in this case 11 inches. Okay, then you lift up, turn your paper around, put it on the 1 inch mark again. Make sure you've got your paper tight against the edge here. And then you can start at the 11 once again here and go down to 1 inch. And then flip the paper again. Going to 1 inch. One to 11. So I'm giving myself obviously a 1 inch border all around, but then the wonderful thing is I end up with a 10 by 10 piece of this absolutely gorgeous paper. So I'm going to go to 11 and come down to the 1. Now I will tell you that I just noticed this. I wasn't absolute on my findings there. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. And this is what I get to keep to use for something else. So this is the glacier side, this is the periwinkle side. These are close to my heart colors. Okay, so here we've got this border that we're going to use. Now I will tell you, so there's a line here on the inside of the cutting blade and on the outside of the cutting blade. So that is so you can line up exactly where you need to be. Many good reasons to love this. The other good reason to love this is, I've said before, that there is always a problem from 6 to like 6.5 on the cutting cutters, on the trimmers, paper trimmers. This one has the inch marks on it, and or millimeter. So you can still, you're not cutting blind here. That is a big deal, because a lot of cuts that you make are going to be at 6 1/4. So anyway, that was a good thing to do. Okay, because I love saving that paper. Okay, so this is going to go on here. So I'm going to do what I showed you already, and that is to run a strip of adhesive right along the very edge. I'm so excited. I didn't think about it on this one. I just thought about it on the other. And it's like you've got so much paper here, and I love this paper, and I just ran out. But I went and refilled more. Put some more refills in my tape runners. Okay, so here we go. Let me face the flowers pointing up. And I am going to make this, it's sticking to my fingers. There. Once again, you could cut the inside of this out. So I'm going to go ahead and put, let's see if there's a better side. I bet I'm going to regret not cutting that out, just saying. Okay, and this is just getting either 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch going all around. Not very much. Really kind of makes me want to cut this out. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Haven't done it on double paper. So this is something you want to do. How am I going to do this? I'm going to take the paper the edge of this paper up to the edge, and I'm going to go at 10 1/2. So if I go to 10 1/2, then I'm going to go to 1 1/2. See, you can actually see and line this line up on your cut line, so you know you've come to the right spot. Okay, so this is something I haven't really done before, where I'm cutting papers that are already stacked together. But I have I have a lot more pictures that I have to find a place for. Now, I am going to make another video of lining it up with this line and coming down to that line. I'm going to make another, woohoo, look at me. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. I get to save a whole bunch of paper. Kind of made a picture frame here. Okay, so what I was going to say, I have a whole bunch of pictures of people and a bunch of pictures of Jim and I before, and the only thing I did here now, this is what I'm going to do, because I put adhesive all on the inside here, and so this is going to be a pain to deal with, and almost said something I shouldn't have. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am just putting some of my, I could have used my eraser, but this is faster. And so I'll make a mess and get the powder all over everything, but that's okay. Okay, what am I doing? I'm losing my mind here. These two pieces need to get cut. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut both of these at the same time so that they're the same, they look the same. And they are, so where is the center? I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, so I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to make, can I do that? I don't think I made a snip. I'm going to make a snip right in the center of both pieces. Okay. And I'm going to come up about there. And then I go from corner and corner, and then I have two pieces that are the same. Okay, those are going to go on the outside. Now I will show you the instructions have a horizontal picture here, but because I'm putting the cake and it's vertical, I am changing to a vertical orientation. And that just kind of, I'll just have to deal with that. I also need to change glasses. Wondering why everything is so fuzzy. Ah, that's much better. Okay. And I am, you know, once again, I'm going to use my centering ruler. So there's 12 there and there, and this is 6, and so it's going to be 3 in and 3 in, and that is going to, I guess I better get it even. That's going to go like that. And then we've got our pretty yellow bud paper. And that is going to show about 1/4 of an inch all around. And these get attached So we want to go from here to here. Okay. There we go. And then the next piece is going to be this periwinkle piece. So that is going to also get a 1/4 of an inch reveal of the yellow bud or honey butter bud. And then we've got our pretty cake going right in the center. I could raise it up, but I think I'll just keep it flat. That's your preference. And this just happens to be a 5x7 that I made, or had made. Okay, now we've got, oh boy, they have a yellow, a big yellow that's gonna go there, and a leaf is gonna go here, and another leaf is going to go in here like this. So leaf, leaf, and then we've got, looks like a sticker. Let's see. I don't see a sticker that looks like that. Let me double check something. Okay, so I noticed that they have a periwinkle flower over here. I stamped all of my flowers like this in honey butter. That's what happens when you don't read your instructions. Just saying, Dorothy. So they are saying to take the medium, stamp the medium flower twice on French vanilla. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on my block and line it up. I'm using periwinkle ink. And here's my first periwinkle flower. And there's my second periwinkle flower. So there we go. You know, it's really a good idea to read instructions. And I am going to go ahead and take the teeny little hearts, and I'm also going to stamp those in periwinkle. So the instructions have you stamping them several times here and then also down here. They're so tiny and unobtrusive. You want to make sure that you've got them going in the right direction, that, you know, you could stamp them more times and that would be okay, in my opinion. Just because, good grief, they're so cute. And you could stamp words over them too. Not a problem. I just think they're so cute. So anyway, I did more than they said. This is what, like I said, I can get in trouble. Doing too much is not enough. Okay, so this is going to get tucked under here, and then there is a periwinkle heart on the sticker sheet, and that is going to go up in here. So let me just go ahead and put these in place. I'll put this under. It's in a different position because I went vertical instead of horizontal. So no problem, right? No problem at all. And we're going to go here with the leaf, and I'll do a little dimensional. Let me use my, this is called the Take Your Pick tool. So I will try not to call it I forget what I called it. Well, it could be just a pick tool. Okay, so anyway, this is going to, big flower is going to go right in here. And it is, then I've got this leaf, and that is going to go under here. So here we've got this little cluster. Let me put my periwinkle stamp pad away so it doesn't, I don't get in trouble with it. And you want, let me see, where's my little, see, I start getting chaotic. Not a problem. The work surface, the more I work, the more chaotic it gets. Well, I will find them. Those little dots are someplace around. Anyway, they go here and here and here. And then we've got some more flowers down here. So, along with my hair falling out. Okay, so we're going to use a periwinkle blossom and a small yellow honey butter. So that's going to go in here. And then we've got these leaves that are going to go under here. And this gets a big leaf. A big leaf, and then a stamped leaf, and then one of our buds is going to go right in here. And I think I've got everything. No, there's another. This also comes in here. So this is our cluster here and our cluster here. So let's just go ahead and put this one in place. Okay, I think I'm going to use dimensionals here. Get my pick tool. That's going to go like that, and then I'm going to also add a little dimension on my periwinkle flower. Just arranging so I can, little stems and stuff aren't showing through. That one's going to go down in here. Come on, it's stuck to my finger. There we go. That's going to go in like this. And then these are going to go up on top. Some serious glue on that tape runner. Okay. And it won't detach from me either. Okay, there we go. Got all of those in place, I think, right? And we have some stamping to do. So they have It's a Beautiful Life. Have something black on there. Let's see. They have Smile down here and It's a Beautiful Life up here. So I'm trying to think of what do we have on this sheet that could possibly be used. The Memories is kind of big for up there. Here's an Oh Happy Day. So I'm inclined to use the Oh Happy Day down here rather than stamping Smile. Smile just isn't, we don't have anybody in there smiling. So I'm going to put Oh Happy Day. And I'm not sure what I want to do for I don't know that It's a Beautiful Life will even fit there. It doesn't look like it would. Yeah, it would have to be stamped separately. Love, Happy, Happy, Happy just barely fits there. I think I'm going to wait on a title and see what else we can put. Okay, so I still need to look for my dots. My decorative enamel dots. And here we go for page 2. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing so I can save more paper. Eleven to 1. So I don't know if I completed my thought. I am going to show you a bunch of pictures that were done, some before the reception took place when we were getting ready, and a friend of ours had shot all the pictures for us at the last minute. I didn't ask him to. He did. I didn't, I was remiss in getting a photographer. But, I was kind of thinking, hopefully I could take pictures because I really like to take pictures. But it was, I had too much going on. And he knew that, and he offered. So he took some pictures. He did some trial runs of the, okay, I'm going to do, I think I'll do it the same way, because that way it's, let me attach this first. Anyway, he was so nice in taking pictures, and so he was just kind of getting used to the camera, and he decided to take some pictures of Jim and I at the with the what do you call it? The trellis, decorated trellis, the wedding arch. And so I pulled out really pretty darn old layouts that I thought could be used at some point with Valentine pictures. If I ever had good Valentine pictures with Philip, and, a potential girlfriend that was, going to come along. And I ended up using them for some of the pictures with Jim and I. And so I am going to share all of those things with you so you can just kind of get an idea. If you have layouts like I do, that you made and put together, and they're really beautiful layouts, but you just don't have the right thing to go with them, or you never got around to it, or something like that. So I am going to show you some of the layouts that I put together that ended up being absolutely perfect for this event in our life. And I just was so happy to find all the things that, had to do with, either Valentine's Day or something with, love or couples or, whatever. And so I am pretty excited to show you how the pictures came out. And sometimes you find that you have layouts that are just waiting for the pictures. And I was thrilled to get to use these. Okay, so here's my extra piece. And I can put this away. And now I'm going to go ahead and I tell you, I'm going to do the same thing I did. I'm going to put an edge around here, and then I'm going to stick the French vanilla on. And then that way I won't be putting a whole bunch of adhesive on the back of French vanilla that is in the way of everything else. Okay, so here we go. Once again, we're just showing like about 1/8 of an inch or so around. And then here's the back side. So that's what that looks like. And that looks pretty cool too. Okay, so here we go. Now, let me show you the instruction picture. Okay, so here is their suggestion for this layout. So they have the honey butter, and it goes from edge to edge on the French vanilla. And then this is going to go next. So I'm going to make sure that I've got, this piece is 8 inches. The French vanilla piece is, goodness, looks like 10 1/4 or a 10 7/8. Anyway, how much do I need on either side of the 8 inch? So this is like 1 1/2 here, and so we're going to put 1 1/2 on either side. So I'm going to use this Here we go. That's going to go like that. Okay. And we've got, this goes in place next. So this gets like an inch all around, a little bit more at the bottom. Let's see. They have a zip strip going here, so let's go ahead and put that in place because they've got the measurements, including the zip strip, in place. So this gets put on a 1/2 inch up from the bottom. There's that. And then you have another 1/2 inch. And this is where this piece goes. Just like that. There's like 3/4 of an inch and probably a 1/2 inch up here. Okay, now just so I can show you what I did. I am putting their picture of Philip very nicely feeding Darcy her first bite of cake. And it's not up the nose, it's not smashed all over the face. I was glad that he was very polite about how he treated her. You know, it's not always that way. Sometimes there's a smash it in the face kind of thing, which, you know, just doesn't seem to be very nice. Okay, so I am putting that close to the edge, maybe about 1/8 of an inch or so up, because I need space here. So what I've done here, now you've heard me mentioning flip flaps. Okay, so this is a flip flap. So you can put a picture here, it's a little pocket, and then a picture like that. And then there's this strip here that's glue. And you fold it over like this and pull the strip off, and then you glue it into place. Now you can either do these like a waterfall, kind of like this, or you can stack them. And just because of the layout of this, I am going to stack them. And what am I gonna do? I'm going to start off with the top one. Is that right? Is that what I'm going to do? So this goes on there, and then this goes underneath. I think that's what I'm going to do. God, I hope, because these are really sticky. Okay, so this is getting folded. There's a natural fold there, and I am going to put it it's stuck to my finger. Okay, it's going right up to the edge here and to the edge here. And then I'm going to fold it. I hope this works out the way I have it in my head. And I am going to put the next picture in. And then comes the next one. So this kind of tells a story. So Philip is like trying to handle the cake, and he doesn't know how to do it. Now, I had run out of steam by this point, and I asked Philip's best friend's wife's mother to step in and help. And her name is Mora. Mora, I think something like that, Myra. And she was a trooper, and so she and her daughter Amber, Dalton's wife, stepped in and helped us out, and so helped me out. And we got the show on the road there. Okay, so here, and then the last one is, it says Mr. and Mrs. on the inside. It's a wreath that I hung on the front door so people knew which house it was at. Okay, so we've got, here's how it goes. Philip is like, oh, see, I'm standing right there. Do I jump in and do anything? No. So here's my son trying to go after the cake, and it's like he doesn't know what he's doing. And then he kind of goes, grits his teeth, and then Myra steps in and helps out, and Amber helps out and takes the top off the cake. And this happens to be, and I didn't take a picture of it, Philip's birthday cake. It's his birthday. And so there they are with the top of the cake, and then they start cutting, and then, you know, they're all taking a bite, and there's Philip feeding Darcy. And so this is my flip flap to handle all of the cake pictures. Okay, so let's decorate. Okay, so we've got a great big flower here, and there is a yellow part that is going right in here, so I'm going to pop it up. And then we've got, well, see, I didn't even know that this, so this is going to go down here, this is going to go here, and then there's a big periwinkle bud that is going to go with these flowers, leaves. Cool. And we have more leaves that are going to come over here. That looks nice. And we need some little hearts down here. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and put these in place. Actually, I'm just going to use a big piece. And go ahead and stick this in place. Oy. And this one's going to go down too. Now it looks like they have going like that. Okay, so that is going to get tucked like that. Okay. Oh, I see now. Okay, we've got some little dots here. And those are going to go on the 1x block. And I think we're going to stamp them in periwinkle. Just like that. That should have been done before I stuck them down, just so you know. Because it came out a little squishy, but that's okay. Our little bitty hearts are going to go on here also. Going to put some little hearts over here. And then we've got, let's see. They have a happiness going right here. And then some more. This is going to go like here. Okay, one thing that needs to get done. Okay, this gets a whole bunch of these little bitty guys. I was wondering what those were for. So this is it. Now I am going to use liquid glue just for these, just to make it. Just put a little dot. And I'm going to, let's see, one of these is for picking up. Look at that. Look at that, that is so cool. So it's just a little, like a little waxy thing. That is so doggone cool. Holy moly, that's just... just gonna go like that. Perfect. Oh my gosh. So cool. Very cool. Okay. And I think I'm not going to squish it against anything, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of dots of glue to hold it in place. need a tweezer. And this is going to go just right up here. And then we'll put our periwinkle flower down. And that's going to go just like that. And then we have another yellow flower that's going to go in here. I need some leaves. I think I'm going to put like a leaf there, and I like these stamped leaves, and I kind of made a bunch of them. I'm going to put this like right in here. And then I need a bud. Here is the other bud. Okay, so this is going to go, I'm going to put some on. Let's see, this is going to go on this way. Okay, then we're going to add some to the back of the bud. All right, let's pull this off and then stick the bud on the back just like that. And this is going to go oh, so cool. This is coming right along. All right, let's see what else do we have to do. We've got I think I'm going to put a little yellow here. I used a yellow heart, so I need a yellow heart for there, but that's okay. I'm going to put a flower because we've got hearts and flowers. That's going to go like that. Okay, now we really need the embellishments. Okay, I'm back, and I found my dots. Of course, they were stuck to some of the other pages. Okay, so let's see, where are we? We have some dots. You know, I'm gonna do one thing first. They have happy, happy, happy over here. So that's a good one to put there. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put this, I don't know if I can squish it in here. Just a minor disaster. And okay, so let's go ahead and put the, okay, excuse me. So here's the dots, and I am just going to start putting them where they have them on the instructions, where they suggest. So we've got one up there, then we've got a periwinkle that looks like a medium-sized dot, and that's going to go down here. And we've got another one going right in here, except that I think I want, yeah, that's what I want. So then over here we have a small pine and a medium periwinkle and another small pine that's down here. Okay, so that's that page. And then we'll bring this page in. See, my battery went out, so I had to change batteries. Okay, so we get tell you what, I can lose those dots in a flat hurry. Okay, so we've got, sorry, I think I just knocked the camera. A periwinkle, a periwinkle, a pine, now I will tell you, if you go out on the Stampin' Up and look for their new scrapbooking, they have a mini scrapbooking catalog where they've got, scrapbooking kits. So Stampin' Up is coming out with scrapbooking kits, which I am so thrilled about. And so here we go. I wonder if I can put a link to that kit. I'll have to try that and see if that's possible. Okay, so they've got, I think I'm seeing things. Okay, so I want to put a title here. So it's like, okay, do I use, could use memories. Now, It's a Beautiful Life could go right here. I could do that. It can't fit up here, but it could go, that's how it goes. That's how it's going to go. I am going to do that in pine. Get out my 2x3. That is, put my other stamp back where it belongs. Okay. Just testing over here. And I want to make sure I'm not I'm going to wipe off the corners because I sure don't want to get any ink where it doesn't belong. And I am going to put this, just like I normally don't do titles on a slant, but it was just too cramped in here. I sure don't know what that little thing is there. Good, it came off. And I'm going to get a good press all around. That didn't work, did it? Okay, this is where I'm going to try. Okay, so if I try to go over this just exactly, it's a tad off, but that's going to have to be the best that I can do. Unless I made a whole corner. But it says It's a Beautiful Life. And I think I want to put a sticker up top here. And I'm going to put Our Story. So that is going to, oh, goodness. See, that didn't come out right because there's empty space under there. And so it didn't get a full press against the hard surface. That's what happened. I didn't think about that. I should have thought about that. To put it's always kind of good to, if you use the cushioning, to get a good press against your stamp and your surface. Okay, so I think that I have everything done here. So what I want to do is show you all of these pages. Whoops, I sure want to put that back where it belongs. Okay, got to clean up your mess, right? Okay, so here we've got project 3. Wonder. Just testing out the tilt of the camera because we've got an uneven view here. And that has to do with the camera being parallel to the surface. So, okay, so there is project 3. And the star of project 3, of course, is the cake. But then we've got all of our flip-flaps showing the whole story about the cake and cutting it and separating it and Mr. and Mrs. So there's that. Project 3. And project 2. There's project 2. And then project 1. So this is the beginning of their wedding album. And I am really happy with this paper, and I am going to show you on another video. I'll show you the rest of the pictures. Bye for now. Hi, this is Dorothy with Scrapbooking. Thanks for watching my channel. Please subscribe and learn along with me. Thank you. Bye-bye.